Sometime in the year 2007, the church commissioned a strategy committee to develop a multi-year strategy that will help to reposition the church spiritually, evangelically, economically, and socially in a better place, befitting of its heritage as a center of Baptist activism in Nigeria and as an incubator of Baptist parishes. The committee embarked on intense research within the church and the Christian community at large, and based on its research findings and further deliberations with church members and the church leadership, recommended this church strategy tagged the Yaba Baptist Church Greater Effectiveness Project, which was unanimously adopted by the church. One of the recommendations of that strategy committee was the construction of a multipurpose complex for the church. That recommendation was informed by the following. 1. A lack of quality worship places for the children and teenage ministries. The children have had to worship and continue to worship today in classrooms available on Sundays only and borrowed from the Reagan Memorial School. This situation has meant that the church has been unable to install permanent teaching aids, nor provide a secure and ideal worship environment for our children. Against the backdrop of the quit notice that Reagan Memorial School had once given the church, it also was considered a short-term and risky approach to utilize Reagan Memorial School for the children's services. Our teenagers also suffer a similar fate as they have to share facilities with the Yaba Baptist Primary School. Secondly, given the recent growth and envisaged growth in the church's pastoral staff, the church needed more office space to accommodate its pastoral staff as well as other functions within the church. Of particular concern has been the youth office, which is a one-room office where youths meet and keep their equipment and run their affairs. The church considered this office space as inadequate for all the needs of our Baptist Youth Fellowship. Other facilities such as the library, the studio, the computer center for our teenagers have not been possible today due to insufficient space. Some facilities which have been possible, such as the clinic, currently operate in a suboptimal space. Thirdly, the need to create revenue generation facilities and further strengthen the financial future of our church. And finally, the need to reduce the pressure on the main church auditorium, which is often used for various meetings, conferences, festivals, trainings, and so on, that will be better done in facilities that are more social in design. The auditorium is a spiritual building. It's the abode of Christ, and it's a place where worship is meant to take place. Running such other activities is not ideally suited for the auditorium.